We had extreme mild conditions today, but did we break any records? That's coming up.
And those mild temperatures are going to be fueling the threat for severe weather in our area. We'll break down the details in just a moment.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Live at 4. Thanks for joining us today. Mark will be back on Monday. As Austin and Julian just said, it is all about the weather today, and all of it very unusual.
Yeah, Julian is tracking the chance for severe weather, but that's only possible because of the strange setup that we're seeing outside right now.
Austin Kopnitsky is out on the patio right now. Austin, there was thick fog this morning. Now it feels like spring. What's going on today?
Yeah, very abnormal day that we're looking at for today, and we did end up breaking even a few records that we're looking at. High temperatures that we saw today reached the 60s, and not only the 60s, but even middle to upper 60s for a lot of communities, and that also does include right here in Dane County. Madison did see a high of about 67 degrees. Now, for today, our record high temperature is actually quite a bit cooler than that. We shouldn't be seeing those extremely warm conditions. Average high temperature today is just 32 degrees. Now we are going to see warmer conditions sticking around in the overnight hours as well, but this is well out of the ordinary. We even broke a record today for the highest all-time December temperature, and that includes all of December. Now that record high today, 67 degrees. But again, you're going to take a peek now a little bit down the line where we do have that record warmth. 67 degrees is what we were looking at for that high temperature. So we're going to keep on watching out for this. But we do have another look at what we're watching out for later on tonight. This high heat does end up bringing some chances for some storms as well. So we're going to have more on that coming up here in just a moment.
Strong winds that Austin was just talking about headed our way could be a problem later tonight. Julian?
That's right. We are looking for all that warmth and mild temperatures that we've been seeing across southern Wisconsin to really be adding fuel for us. Because, folks, as we've been talking about throughout midday and even earlier this morning, the severe weather threat has even increased more so. As we can see, that pinkish color, salmon color that you're seeing on your screen is the moderate risk, 4 out of 5 for severe weather. Now, that severe weather threat is stretching out from Nebraska all the way into about the La Crosse area and Eau Claire areas of northern Wisconsin. Then just outside of it, that brown etch is where we're looking at enhanced risk, a 3 out of 5. Then just a bit more east, just outside of Dane County, we have the slight risk, which is 2 out of 5. Then, of course, we have the marginal for the rest of Wisconsin. Again, this is where we're going to be seeing and taking an eye on and keeping an eye on for that severe weather threat as we go on throughout the rest of the show. Now, as we take a look at what we're also going to be seeing is that the real threats with these storms are going to be the winds. We already saw from the National Weather Service in Nebraska clocking in winds of 93 miles per hour gusting winds over towards where we're seeing tornado threats. And that's where we're seeing the tornado threat as of right now. This tornado watch is into just outside of Nebraska, pushing its way into Iowa. And we can see that line of storms, plenty of heavy rainfall and lightning signatures are moving in. But as you see that Boeing signature as the key indicator, folks, for strong winds being right behind and pushing these storms across as of right now. That's what we're going to be keeping our eye on throughout the course of this evening, as it's going to be inching its way closer into Wisconsin throughout the course of tonight. Now, once again, our alert day is in. Our details that we'll need to know is that it's mainly going to be impacting us late this afternoon to this evening into our Wednesday nights. We're looking at winds to be 60 miles per hour gusting and possibly an isolated thunderstorm late this evening with severe thunderstorms as possible as well. We'll talk more about this in more details and breaking down the timing of when to expect this coming up in a few moments. Until then, let's toss it back to our anchors at the desk.
All right, Julian, thank you so much. We'll check back in just a little bit. And with those high winds headed our way, local utility companies are getting ready for what could be a very long night.
Alliant Energy supplies power to nearly 1 million homes, farms, and businesses in Iowa and Wisconsin. And those high winds could easily take down